All right, let's go on to this Christmas, these Christmas issues. Every year, if people still watch cable TV? Back when they had cable TV, I used to remember like Discovery Channel, History Channel. They come out with these insane, ridiculous stories.
Yeah.
In fact, a few years ago, I had a young man. He was like 18 years old, and he came into the church. I began to engage with him, and he kept popping up with all of these ridiculous things. And I said, hang on, man. I just to be honest with you. You don't know what you're talking about. You got all your information off the History Channel, right?
Right.
History Channel, Discovery Channel. This time of year, they always come out on Easter and Christmas.
Oh yeah, every time
with this ridiculous stuff.
You always so with Christmas, it's always these myths.
Yeah.
Around Easter time, it's usually the Gnostic Gospels, like the Gospel of Judas and all of that stuff.
Yes.
Like it's clockwork.
It's always, man.
Yeah.
So we've got a clip here. I want to show it, and I love it because it's humorous.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite clips from Lutheran Satire. This guy's got some great stuff. So subscribe to his YouTube channel if you haven't. Help him get some more likes and clicks and whatever he needs on YouTube to keep producing these videos. Because he's got some funny ones.
Just don't be surprised when he says Lutheran stuff.
Yeah. Right. I mean, obviously, it's called Lutheran Satire.
He's Lutheran. He's Lutheran. He's an actual Lutheran.
Yeah.
A conservative.
Yeah.
Which that's a
rarity.
That's a rarity nowadays.
Yeah.
But he's an actual Lutheran.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if he says something Lutheran that maybe offends you if you're a Baptist.
How about just don't get offended and just move on with your life?
That's right. Well, you gotta hit the caps lock and write him a comment.
Yes.
That's what you gotta do.
So we'll talk about this after we play the video, but I want to just play the video, and you'll get the idea kind of what we're talking about here. All right, so let's switch it on over, and here we go.
Well, thanks to all of you for coming out to our service this morning, and I pray that the rest of this Christmas day is wonderful for each and every one of you.
Not so fast, preacher man. Behold, it is I, Horus, Egyptian god of the sun, and while you all believe that you've been celebrating the birth of your Lord Jesus, you've really been celebrating the birth of me. For you see, thousands of years before your Jesus came around, I, Horus, was born on December 25th. I, Horus, was born of a virgin. I, Horus, was baptized by a man called Anup the Baptizer, was crucified and was resurrected 3 days later. So you see, your Jesus is nothing more than plagiarized poppycock, and I, Horus, have come to feast upon the sorrow of you foolish Christians.
Yeah, none of the stuff you just said is true.
Yes, it is.
No, there's no reference in Egyptian mythology to Horus being crucified or resurrected 3 days later. There's no documentation anywhere for the existence of a figure named Anup the Baptizer. Horus's mother was not a virgin woman, but the goddess Isis, and there is no specific date anywhere tied to the birth of Horus.
I'm pretty sure there is.
Actually, no. All of these claims and many others indicating that early Christians yoinked the mythology of Horus and stuck it on top of Jesus were all completely made up by Gerald Massey, a 19th century cuckoo banana-bird self-taught Egyptologist who never provided the slightest shred of evidence for any of these claims and who was laughed out of the room by every serious Egyptologist on the planet. So thank you very much for your attempt to ruin our celebration of Christ's birth, but I'm afraid we're all still having a very Merry Christmas, Horus.
Horus? Did I say my name was Horus? No. What I meant to say was, behold, it is I, Mithras, Roman cultic god of the something, and while you all believe that you've been celebrating the birth of Jesus, you've really been celebrating the birth of me. For you see, I, Mithras, was born of a virgin. I, Mithras, had 12 disciples, and I, Mithras, gave those disciples a meal consisting of my body and my blood. Sound familiar, Christian dummies?
Actually, Mithras was born from a rock, not of a virgin. He had 2 companions, not 12 disciples, and the Mithraic meal was one he shared with the sun god, where they feasted not on his own flesh, but on the flesh of a bull. But even if those claims were true, Christians were already confessing the virgin birth, recognizing the 12 apostles, and celebrating the Lord's Supper before they ever encountered any Mithric cults. So I'm afraid that you've taken neither the holly nor the jolly out of our Christmas, Mithras.
Oh, you must have misheard me. I'm not Mithras. I'm, Quetzalcoatl, Aztec god of the wind. And Valuos thinks that you've been...
No Christian on the face of the planet ever heard of Quetzalcoatl until the 16th century.
Well, then I'm Balder, Norse god of the...
There were 193 popes before Balder's mythology was actually written down.
Then I'm Horus, Egyptian god of the sun.
You already did that one.
All right, fine. I didn't want to completely humiliate you, but you've left me no choice. I shall now unveil myself to be the ancient deity whose mythology was inarguably stolen by early Christians. Behold, I am...
the ancient Mesopotamian god of judgment. 6,000 years before your Jesus spoke of returning to condemn the lost and resurrect the faithful, my followers proclaimed that I would return to destroy my enemies and raise the dead. So silence your joyful voices, Christians. Your Lord is nothing but a cheap carbon copy of me, the destructor who goes by many names. I am Volguus Zildroha. I am Lord of the Sibulia. I am Gozer the Gozerian.
Gozer the Gozerian is from Ghostbusters.
Dang it, why do so many people still know that movie?
Oh man. Gozer the Gozerian. George.
Yeah.
That one's about 4 years old.
Yeah.
But it's still a classic.
Oh, it's good. We're going to have to get some kind of setup so I can watch these videos with you, Jay, because you're sitting over there watching this video.
Yeah.
And I'm staring at my computer screen.
Well, what we're going to have to do is have a monitor, and we'll put it right there. Monitor out, and then you can see what's going on. And then, we'll have maybe we'll recruit Larry, and he could be the producer, and I cannot have 500 things in front of me.
That's right.
I have the camera arranged, but you can't see it. Got a little video switcher here.
Yeah.
Got the stuff for the audio, the broadcaster over there, computer, and then
Yeah, our table is
videos.
full.
Yeah.
We're running out of room.
Yeah.
And this is a big table.
Yeah, so we'll get it set up. We're getting there.
Getting
By
there.
January, I think it's gonna be solid.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
let's hit this video. So you got this guy,
Yeah.
Gerald Massey, I think is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay. And this happens not only with this. I mean, you'll find otherwise reputable scholars in their field quoting people like Gerald Massey and Gerald Massey, right? You'll have like Richard Dawkins. He'll say all kinds of insane things and put in his books, and people will just believe it because this guy's a world-class microbiologist. I think that's what he is, and he's evolutionary biologist. That's what he is. He's scholarly, but the problem is when he's out of his field, he's really bad.
Yeah.
He's super bad, man.
Mm-hmm.
And why would we not think that someone is an atheist who does not believe in objective moral truth would not twist the truth on purpose? Why would that be a shock to us?
Yeah. Or just believe any kind of lie that that's floating out there. I mean, this is Romans 1.
Yeah.
That they professed to be wise and they became fools.
Yeah.
But because they're suppressing the truth about God. And when you're suppressing the truth, I think it was it you, or were you quoting from someone that the truth is like a beach ball?
Yeah,
like you can push it down, but it's just going to keep coming up.
A beach ball in the pool.
Yeah,
it's not original with me. I heard that many ages ago.
Yeah,
but that's what the truth is like. If you go to the pool and you got a beach ball, you can push it under the water, but it's going to wiggle, and it's going to pop out, and you're going to have to keep pushing it down.
Yeah, so these atheists, they're trying to push down the truth, and they'll use whatever means available to them. And if that's the Horus myth or the Mithras myth,
they will latch onto it.
They'll latch onto it because it's telling them exactly what they already believe.
Yeah,
like they're not in search of truth; they're in search for
a way to escape it,
something to back them up. So like you said, so that they can escape the truth.
Yeah, your friends will do this. Your family members will do this. You'll encounter this around the dinner table on Christmas.